What's the value of having a pin?
Well, for me, I really like the idea of giving an ethics pin at the very beginning of someone's college career because it basically sets the standard that this is the type of behavior, this is the type of characteristic that we aspire to have. So from that angle, it kind of sets the tone and sets the bar, potentially.
We want our students to follow a code of ethics throughout their entire college career.
If you were to hand it out, at some point throughout their college career, then I feel like it kind of has more significance.
I came straight from high school, so I didn't, it takes a while to learn, or not to learn, but to feel comfortable in your college setting. So I feel like halfway through you really understand all the ethical, parts of everything.
Mm-hmm. Not necessarily at the front and not necessarily at the end. In accounting, we learn a lot about, ethical standards and people breaking ethical codes and stuff like that. And so this is kind of a good way to actually show by example. Some aspects of college education might not actually learn the whole spectrum of ethical decisions.
Just to slightly play a little bit of devil's advocate, because I think every good argument needs a little bit of devil's advocate in it. Going back a little bit to our idea of bringing leaders out of the crowd, is we have to be very careful when doing that it doesn't seem very selective, because we want this pin, and I feel like this pin should be accessible to everyone. Everyone should have the ability to get this pin because we want all of our students to be that. But I have very often in my leadership experiences seen the kids who don't get recognized. We have to be very careful. We need to be very careful with.
I feel like peer nomination usually works the best. Peer nomination seems to always work the best.
So you could earn the pin as early as your freshman year if you really exemplify and show at the beginning of your college career, or like we've discussed, further in your career, if once you've learned this and now you're able to exemplify these values, then they can still be nominated as late as their senior year. If we find some way to recognize the students who receive the pin while they're here at Texas Tech, I think that will give the pin a little bit more sentimental value. I think it's a great idea.